Hello, this is Morteza Kordi, and in this tutorial, we are going to create some instance variables and an enum inside our calculator class. So first, let's create an enum. Inside this calculator class, I'm going to type in private enum. So you already know that enum is actually creating our own type. For example, we have the type integer, we have the type text view or button, but when you create an enum, it means that we want to create our own custom type, right? So I'm gonna say private enum, and I can say name it as operator. So I'm gonna just make it capitalized operator. And then I'm gonna open and close this enum by using these curly braces. So I'm gonna provide some values here for my enum. The first one is going to be, so let me show you the emulator. We have this plus operator. So I'm going to say plus, comma. We have this subtract operator, subtract, comma. We have multiply operator, so multiply, comma. And finally, we have this divide operator, divide. And we also have this equal operator, so equal. So these are the values of our enum operator, okay? Now after this enum, I'm going to create some instance variables. So here at the bottom here, after these two text views, I'm gonna just create a comment here, instance variables, instance variables. So the first instance variable is going to be of type string. So private string current number semicolon. So let's create another instance variable, private string, and the name is going to be string number at left semicolon, and another instance variable, private string number at right semicolon. So what does this mean? String number at left, string number at right. Let me show you the emulator. So here, for example, we have the current number. So when I actually tap on this number 2, this is going to be the current number, right? And we created a variable, an instance variable named as string number at left. This means at the left side of the operator. So when I say multiplied, here, as you can see, we have 2 multiplied. So now the number 2 is at the left side of this operator. So this is called string number at left. And when I actually select another number, for example, number 6, here, this number 6 is going to be the string number at right, the number at the right of the operator. Okay? So 2 multiplied by 6. Now, when I press on equal button, the result is going to be shown to the user. So that's why we created the current number, the string number at left, and the string number at right, okay? Let's also create an instance variable of our own type. So private, and the name is going to be operator, okay, operator. And the reason that I actually made these type operator capitalized is that I just wanted to make it more special, okay, because this is actually our own type. If you want to, you can just make only the first letter capitalized and then the other letters to be lowercase. But here I just wanted to make it more special because this is going to be the operator. This is very important in our calculator application. So the type is operator and the name is going to be current operator, semicolon. Let's also create an instance variable of type integer, so private int, and the name is going to be calculations result, semicolon. Now I am going to actually paste a method inside our calculator class. This method is going to be named as numberTapped. So let me show you the emulator. So whenever, let me click on clear. Whenever the user actually taps on this button, for example, number 8, or number 9, you can see that the numbers are actually put beside each other. Number 5, 3, 2, 1. This method is going to be called the method that we are going to write now. So let's go inside this calculator class. Before the ending curly brace of this calculator class, I'm going to paste this method. So here it is, the method. Private void number is tapped. This method has a parameter that is of type integer, and its name is tapped number. So whenever we want to actually call this method, we are going to also pass the number that is tapped to this method. So the name of the parameter is tapped number. Inside this method, we are going to actually initialize our variable current number. Okay, so we are going to say current number assignment operator current number plus string that value of tapped number. So we want to actually, in other words, we want to concatenate the current number that is tapped with the value that is tapped again. So for example, let me show you the emulator. For example, we have number 1 that is tapped, right? And when the user actually again taps on this number 5, you can see that number 1 is concatenated with the value number 5. The current number plus string that value of, so this method string that value of is going to get the integer value and convert it to a string value, because we want to show it here. So string that value of tapped number, and then we want to actually display this value on the screen. So we are going to say txt results that set text current number. So that's why you can see this value here. Now let's go inside our onCreate method here first. And after this set content view method, we are going to initialize the current number variable here, because as soon as the application runs, the current number variable is not initialized. So, and the value is null. So we are going to say current number assignment operator 2 quotes. So we are going to just assign an empty string value to this current number variable. And for this calculations result, we are going to also assign an initial value as 0, semicolon. So in this way, when the app runs, these two variables, the value of these two variables is not actually null. We already initialized a default value to these for these variables here. So that's it. Now we are going to actually call the method number is tapped from some of our case statements inside this onClick method. So the name of the method is number is tapped. So this means that we need to call this method whenever, let me show you the emulator. Let me show you our own app. Whenever a number is tapped, right? Whenever a number is tapped, we are going to call number is tapped. So we have a btn7 here, right? Case r.id.btn7. So we are going to say number is tapped. The user actually has tapped on the number 7. So we are going to pass number 7 to this method. Tapped number 7. So we have btn8 again. Number is tapped. Number 8. Number 9. Number is tapped. 9. So if you want to, you can skip this part of the video, but I'm gonna type it here manually. Number is tapped. Number 4. Number 5. Number is tapped. 5. And finally, we have number 0. Number is tapped, number 0. Okay. So now, let me scroll down here. So you can see that we called txt results dot set text current number. So we want to display this value on the screen. Let's run the app and let's see what happens. Let me show you the emulator. So now our app is running on this emulator. Let's click on number 4. So here you can see number 4 is displaying here. Number 5, 6, 2, 3, 0, 9, 8, 7, again 4, 1. So everything works fine here. Okay, so let's go back to Android Studio. Now we need to create another method that is going to handle when the user actually taps on the operator, for example, plus, the minus operator, the multiplication operator, the divide operator. So I think that's enough for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we're going to create another method to handle the tapping on the operator. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial.